Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode number 11, TerraFirmaCraft Reloaded, DankNStein. Here we are, tinkering away. My first plan for today is like a plan nested in a plan nested in a plan, but we'll start with baby steps, and like as the episode develops you'll see where I'm headed with all of this. The plan more vaguely is just to improve our base a bit, not this bit around here, but the main bit over there. But to kick things off, we're going to start with a bit of tinkers. I just want to kind of see how doable using tinkers actually is in this mod pack, because I have no idea, and I've looked online and I can't see much in the way of information about like how the two mods work together. So I'm just going to start by making all of these. I realised there's 28 of them, and I by chance made 28 of these blank patterns last time, or whenever it was that we started. So we should be able to just fit all of them in here. And the cool thing about the way these pattern chests work then is when you come to the part builder which uses these patterns, if the pattern chest is touching it, you can access it. Alright, boom, so they're all done. And I was going to toy with the scythe, but looking at it in a little bit more detail, it seems like with the tool station, which is the first tier of things, we can't make a scythe, but we can make a hatchet. So let's just test that, because if we make a hatchet and it works, like let's make a stone one. And if it like, I just want to see if it's like, it shouldn't be, but I want to see if it has like vanilla speeds in terms of chopping trees. Like how this stuff works, how the Tinker's tools integrate with TerraFirmaCraft. So how do we do this? I can't remember. Like that. That's as simple as that. Amazing. And then if we look over here and we put the hatchet in, we'll see what else we need. We just need the normal handle. Is it a tool rod? Is that what we're going with? I think it must be this one. And let's make that out of stone too, just for jokes. Stone tool rod. And we got a stone shard, which can we make another one out of? We can, so we can have a backup. Or we'll make a shovel, assuming the shovel is the same kind of thing, that it just needs a rod. So let's see. So shovel first. Yeah, boom. Okay. So that just makes us a full-on stone shovel, and this will make us a full-on stone hatchet. Now let's just sample these tools. All right, let's go shovel first. So we have our standard TerraFirmaCraft shovel, doing bits, and then it doesn't work at all. It just doesn't break the block. Mining level stone. I would have 100, but mining speed is 0. Why 0? I don't understand how these things work. Alright, so just made some Tinker's tools with wooden handles instead of just the all stone, because the all stone just looked weird to me. But I mean, these still just don't work, and when you look at their stats they still say mining speed just straight up 0. That might be something that they've done like to balance the mods, you know, because pre like metal sort of eras, yeah, before, but like in the Stone Age, like having these kinds of tools from Tinkers would be potentially, like being able to make a pick, for example, out of stone would ruin TerraFirmaCraft, wouldn't it? So maybe it's just all of the Stone Age tools in Tinkers that just don't work in this mod pack. Okay, sweet. That's that. And I think we've still got a load more of this to pick up. Okay, so that was a slight flop. Let's just chuck these in there for now. And we'll work out if there's anything we can do with them later. But the next thing to try, well, is this. We have our leather from last time. So we can make, I think this is the recipe, but I could be totally wrong. Yes, I'm right. Bellows. We'll just make one set for now, because I've got a use in mind for some of the other pieces too. And let's bellow up this guy. Okay, that is not how you place it. I believe you place it that way. No. You place it that way. There we go. So that's going to now heat up that thing. So yeah, so those bellows will be useful in the long run. But the next thing to do is to push on with tinkers regardless, because I think we still want to have one of the smelteries going, or whatever they call them. I think they might call them a forge as well. I've added a lot of chests here. I had some spares actually, and we're kind of a bit more organised. We've got dirt, stone, gravel. It's kind of like random vanilla mob drops, and then like mob drops and random things from other mods. That's what we're working with at the moment. Okay, and so the thing I have in mind for this leather is this thing. The leather water sack. And so we'll need to make this water sack leather first. It's very confusing, but you need to make pieces of leather that are the shape of the water sack to then craft the water sack out of those pieces. So this is a weird shape, so let's try and remember it and not lose a piece of leather. So it was like that, and then like that. Easy. So we'll get a couple of those. And the idea is that these things, I think they don't break. Like this ceramic jug is going to break on us one day. And I believe with 2 pieces of the flax fibre that we have, and something I spotted earlier, up here, deer bladders. I think this is all we need, if I've remembered the recipe correctly. And a knife in the corner. Hey! Leather water sack. So this thing's going to be way better than the ceramic jug, which is pretty cool. Okay, and so over here at our little watering hole that I was using last time, between episodes I did plant some more flax. Oh, it's not all matured. That's annoying. I was hoping it would all be ready for now, but we'll just take what is ready and let's fill up our sack. We don't have quite enough wood on us to bring another barrel back home with us. That's an oversight. But let's test this thing out. So we have a little sip. And it does, yeah, it's kind of slower to drink from these sacks, I think. But ultimately we don't have to keep making these clay things. And they hold more water than a jug, even though drinking it is a slower process, I believe, is the summation of it all. Now with these agrocraft crops, I think there's like a whole mechanic to these as well that I remember doing once when I played Sky Factory with a mate. And I wanted to plant these even though we're off season, just because I figure that agrocraft mods might sort of trick TerraFirmaCraft a little bit, and they might just grow all year round. It's just to test out some of the other mods and just see how they interact with TerraFirmaCraft. Okay, and this bad boy, oh, I thought it was done from a distance, but then the particles appeared. It's still going. So we'll come back for you later. So that means the next thing I wanted to do is this. Sand. We're going to take a shovel's worth of sand at least, which I think should be enough just to get us going in the right direction here. I must admit, it is really surprising that like the stone shovel didn't work, like from Tinkers. I mean, it's if anything, it's more difficult than creating a stone shovel the way I just did. So to disable that in the mod pack seems strange. So if I'm doing something wrong there with those Tinkers tools, let me know what it is. Excuse me. Alright, boom. So we've got a load more charcoal now. I don't know if we should be doing this or not. I think we should. I think we need the iron for various things. If we're going to continue our messing around with Tinker's Construct, then not least we will need it for a tool forge, which is the kind of like upgraded version of the tool station. And I'm starting to get the feeling really that if we're going to use any tools from Tinkers, they're going to be the more advanced ones, because it just feels like that's what they would do, is they'd lock the tools behind the paywall of the tool forge. Right, sweet. So they're all on the go. How long do they take again? 14 hours. Not too bad. Should we just check on our support beams? Okay, they're surviving for now. And our ingots. Nice. Okay, so while all that's cooking up, what was all that sand for? I hear you cry. Well, that's another part of all of this, which is the, what are they called? Seared bricks, I'm going to say? Seared bricks. We need loads of these. So we're going to have to forge these up, and we need to make grout. Grout is gravel, sand, and clay. So I've got a little bit of clay. We've got a little bit of gravel too. So let's just use what we got, which isn't going to be a lot actually with the amount of clay we have. We might want to just nip out and grab some more clay. Let's do that first. Before we do nip out though, we did gather some more flax. So let's cut up some more flax fibre. See how much closer we can get to our glider. Okay, the answer was not much more close. Well, like one more piece. Still, we're moving things in the right direction there. Let's chuck the leather in here as well. Here we go. This will do just fine. Alright, welcome back. I ended up going a little bit overboard there. But, yeah, we got quite a lot of clay. But for good reason. And all will become clear. Now, back to our old gravel mining spot. So before nighttime falls, I'm just going to polish off a couple more shovels here. Grabbing some of this. Might as well do one of these on the way and all. There isn't even an item, like, or a particular thing I have in mind that I'm saving all of these reeds up for. But I just feel like there's going to come a moment when I need loads. And sometimes it's really, really slow if you just have like a few of them. So I just want to make sure I've got like tons for when that time comes. Okay, sweet. So we've got a pretty decent amount of all of these materials now. So let's just start with like a stack of each or whatever. Let's see how we go here. Oh, you get 2 apiece. Okay, that's good. So we're going to have loads of this grout. I'm hoping that's going to be enough to do a substantial amount to kick us off, but let's see. If not, we can still come back and make quite a bit more here. So it's quite nice. It's a nice position to be in. And all the rest of this clay, I have a use for in mind for a little bit later. Oh, and look at this. The bloomeries are finished. Don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Oh wait, we need to not forget. Where'd I put them? These guys. Oh yeah. Also, we could move all this hematite down into here. We've still got the best part of a double chest full of the rich stuff. So that's cool. That's pretty nice. And now we should be able to use this crucible to firstly smelt up our scraps, our little 40 bits, and all the rest of this. And it'll just be a little bit quicker and easier than hammering away at all the iron like I did last time. Meanwhile, we can get some of the other forges going to cook this grout up into those seared bricks. So that's what I'm going to do now, and I think if I haven't already dropped a beat over some of the fast forwarded bits now, this is the obvious time for the montage. So we'll get cracking now. cool. Just logged into fireworks. That's pretty jokes. Happy New Year. Okay. Full water barrels as well. Excellent. Alright, so welcome back after the montage. And after my little New Year's message as well. I need to work out what it is I'm doing. I need to remind myself it's been like a couple of days since I recorded that montage. Oh, it's been like a day and a half. Alright, cool, yeah. And so here we are at the chest of our Happy New Year message that I put out. We indeed do have the seared bricks, as was commented upon, which we'll be using for some tinker's stuff. All this clay and straw, the plan with this is to add a cellar to this area here, and really that's the next thing we're going to do after the montage quickly, is we're just going to spruce up this building a little bit. Spruce being the operative word here. Like so. I like it. And just start adding in some kind of, you know, feeling of support here, basically, to the whole building. So let's just go down. We might not even have enough spruce to do this all the way. Oh, come on. Chop. 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 Okay, sweet. So we should be able to now finish this up nicely. There we go. And there we go. Oh, come on. Thank you. And just a few little moments like that across the base, I think, is going to make a bit of a difference to how the underside feels. This is certainly an area where I wanted to do that. Let's actually take a look at that from above that little spot first. So no, it's a bit annoying. You'd almost want to take out that, all of that stone there, wouldn't you? But what we'd have to do is come in from the top to do that, chiseling everything all the way from the top, and I just think that might kill it a bit. But this one doesn't look great either, does it really? Right. I think we've got plenty of spruce, but we'll use it quick doing big beams like this for sure. I mean, we'd need to decide where this would actually go even. Well then, and this brings me on to my second thing. My whole second thing, which is the reason we have the pine. Why do we have the pine, I hear you cry? For a second floor. It always felt weird to me that we had the bed just there amongst kind of everything else, and it's just like a one room base. It just felt weird. So, oh, this drop is probably going to kill us. So I think it wants to be there. That's what I think. And then hopefully this breaks off all enough. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's a decent height for it. So we're just going to mess about for a moment. I'll probably cut in and out a few times just till we kind of work out what shape we want this floor to take. But it's going to be something like that. And the bed will go up there. And maybe we want a staircase, like coming down here. A curvy one. Like, this is super rough, but something like that maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Okay guys, I'm building here, and I've been wedged somehow between these two blocks and I can't get out. When I hold shift it gets even rowdier. So we're gonna just try and saw our way out. I think this is gonna work. It didn't. Let's try and saw our way out of that block too. It still didn't, so we must be trapped in this block here somehow. Oh god. It's not even braking at normal speed. This must be the culprit. Okay. For God's sake. Right. Might as well show you what I'm thinking at this point. We're producing some sort of a balcony here. I think it's gonna work. And we've got a doorway. And this is all just really being dictated by what really needs to happen in terms of keeping things a good shape. I think this is gonna work. I think we're gonna need some more spruce again. But yeah, I like this, how it's taken shape now, I think. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a minute and show you what more I've come up with. Alright, I think we're starting to see some real action here. I'm really feeling this. Let's just put them every block, I think. And this is all going to be work in progress. I mean, I'm really kind of riffing here with this building, so nothing I'm doing is like at all set in stone. Excuse the choice of words, but it really isn't. But we're just going to see how we like what we do, and you know, see if we want to keep it, see if we want to change it. Alright, cool. So I've been messing around with this for long enough now, and I think for this episode at least, I'm going to call it a day. And what we'll do is we'll basically work on this part of the base a little bit every episode from now on until it's sort of finished. So I'm kind of really like the start I've made in this area particularly. I'm still going to see through my vision of having this all be glass, this wall. So this staircase will be lined with glass, which is why there's no handrail there at the moment. And I quite like it being open on this side, but maybe we'll bring a handrail down. But we've got some guardrails here in the little bedroom. We've got a nice balcony here. And one of the design features that I really like that I'm going to incorporate, I think, but this is all open for discussion in the comments. Obviously, nothing's, as I say, nothing's set in stone. But if you look over here, the way I've done these sort of stripes there, I'd continue those stripes across there, and probably across all the planks there along that edge there before the glass sits on top. And then across the roof here, I guess those logs would extend across too. So the glass, there'll be a big curved glass wall there, and then obviously a big opening underneath. So yes, I think it's coming along, this base. That I'd like to say, we might change things up a bit as we go. We've got the old pressure plates on the go. Can we do carpenter's pressure plates and make them look like the right things? Do carpenter blocks have pressure plates? Okay, well we'll get there anyway. We can change those later. So yeah, let me know what you think, and now we'll move on to everything in this chest. Right, yeah. So tinkers, I was gonna make up all that iron for a tool forge, but look at this, guys. There are all these different versions of the tool forge in this mod pack, which I don't think there was in the original tinkers. I could be wrong. I was just looking at the iron one, but this is the one we want. Bronze. We can make one out of bronze, guys. So in fact, we have a use. We have a use for all of this bronze that we were like, I wonder what we're going to use it for. So let's pick it all back up again. So tool station, and then this is where we start making our seared bricks. Are they like that? They are. So we're going to need, I think it's safe to say we'll need at least 16 of these. I'm hoping 2 stacks of the bricks was enough. It took quite a while. As you saw in the montage, there was quite a lot went into producing those bad boys. But there we go. There's a tool forge, and putting all of our excess bronze to such good use. And yeah, and this is like a nice little workstation kind of. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Okay. And so on to the smeltery then. So they require a 3x3 base. So I think let's just go with this for now. Let me just see how I feel about this. Because what we might do, actually, is move this chest with all of this cobble. I think that makes sense. In the long run, we'll move this. In fact, let's do it in the short run. Okay, great. That's phenomenal. That looks awesome. And we just moved them just over there. Just adding to the ever-growing pile of disorganized stuff, which we'll inevitably deal with. Don't worry. That day will come. Now these blocks aren't going to be caving in on us, are they? No, good. So I'm hoping this is going to be like enough to just get a basic one going. There's a few other things we need. So for example, I realized that we need to cook up a little bit of glass. I think that's the only other real basic ingredient we need. So we'll get 5 pieces of glass out of that shortly, and start constructing some of the other pieces that we need here. Now hold on a minute. Sinking this into the ground wasn't the right thing to do, was it? Because things need to pour out of it. Okay, Right, I'll be right back. Alright, sweet, our glass is done. I'm starting to remember various things now, like there's something else, which is that we don't need like the tool station anymore if we've got a tool forge, because the tool forge it has everything the tool station has plus more. So we can actually just get rid of that guy and put this guy right there, and we didn't need to like craft this new one in the first place. But maybe we just like leave it back there just because it makes the whole area look a bit more cool. And what I've done is I've made a load of basalt bricks up. Okay, and so there's a few basic kind of building blocks here that we need. Like, I think I'll try and remember as many of these as I can, but I might have to look some of them up. The tank, so that's where we'll need to chuck like lava, like buckets of lava into that. Then we need like things like this. Yeah, the casting basin is for making blocks, I think. So that would want to go like around there maybe. Again, we might have to build this out a little bit more to fill everything up, but there's a better one. Oh, there's that thing. Okay, right, yeah, I need to just look at some of these recipes. I haven't done this in so long. Okay, yeah, so I need a couple of those, I think. A smeltery controller. Uh-huh. We are going to run out of these bricks, aren't we, probably, before we have everything we need. Because we're going to need a load of them. At least one. But I think probably two, because we want... What's the other thing we want? The casting table, which I presume is like that. Boom, okay, there's one I didn't have to look up. And the casting table is the main event. And the drain would go there. And one of these faucets would also go there. Like that. And we want to do the same on this side for... Have I done that the right way around? I presume I have. So we'd want another one of those combinations here for our basin. We aren't going to have enough of these bricks, are we? We need more. So this will be a work in progress, but I just wanted to show you guys this because it is... Where did that thing go? I dropped it. Okay, I dropped it in the basin. There we go. And then the brain thing can go there. And that's what we look at. Right, okay, but it's not a completed structure yet because we need... Oh my god. That is amazing. That was the perfect amount. 2 stacks. 2 stacks of bricks is exactly what you need to get a setup with 1 basin, 1 casting table, 1 tank, and 1 controller. And I think those are all the essential... Well, they are all the essential elements. In fact, we've got more than the essential elements. You don't need the basin. That's just for pouring blocks. Okay, yeah, so that's awesome. So once we put lava in there, we can start using this to process our metals. And what I'm unsure of... Because I think these things in like vanilla... I say vanilla Minecraft. In like normal Minecraft with Tinker's Construct, you double your ores when you smelt them up in that thing rather than in a furnace. I wonder if we'll be doubling this stuff if we can smelt these up in there, or do we have to process them in the bloomery like normal TerraFirmaCraft first and then put the ingots in? That is my question to you guys, to anyone who knows anything about anything. Perfect. So this is one for next time, but like we can basically dive headfirst into Tinker's next time. And the last thing I just wanted to point out from my research is looking at stone pickaxe. Look, it does say mining speed 0. Weirdly, the thing confused me is that the wooden one seems to say it's got a mining speed, like it would work. But the stone ones have all been reduced to not working at all. Even like flint has a slight mining speed, as does bone. But as you can see, then it's the metal ones that work, and I presume that they've just edited Tinker's Construct so that it fits with TerraFirmaCraft, so that the stone doesn't work, like I said earlier, because that would break things. But if we start making iron ones, there's a mining speed there, and that will work. So Tinker's tools are great because you can upgrade them, but we'll get into that next time. But there we are ready to get into that next time. That is a fully fledged Tinker setup. So yeah, let's have a tink about that. And so that just leaves us with our final trick for today's episode. Have you guessed what it is yet? From the teaser? All this clay and all this straw, what could it possibly be for? In preparation for winter, we are going to be building ourselves are something that we did in the last series as well in TerraFirmaPunk. We're going to be building our cellar. Okay, boom. So I'm hoping the best part of like 8 stacks of great wood logs is going to seal the deal for us here. So with placing cellars, the biggest kind of consideration, I think, is not actually the size. I think we can be quite flexible on the size. But having looked it up, the important thing is to keep it all in one chunk. So yeah, so right here, looking at the X and Z coordinates there, and the second figure there after the little C, you can see we're at 0 and we're also at 15, and moving diagonally in this direction, we stay within the same chunks then. Minus 16 and minus 508. So if we make this the corner of our cellar, going in that direction, we'll be fine. And so we're going to have to move a few of these things, and we're going to have to dig a hole starting here. And the maximum it would be 9 by 9, including the walls. So 7 by 7 in the interior. Can we just pause to note the exquisite tourmaline that we've just come across here? That's one step closer to enchantment tables. Oh yes, sirree. Yes it is. That's the rarest one, I think. Exquisite is the very best type of gem you can get, and we need at least one of those. So that is amazing. Okay, and last block, and boom. I think that is the space we need for maximum size. Have we gone 9 by 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 by 9 square with a little lip there for the double door. Alright, so doing some very basic maths in my head, I think we need over 200 of these blocks, so I fear we aren't going to have enough. Just 2 planks, I think, should be enough, like that, and then these go like that. Right, that's one important block. And then what are these? My god, okay, so something like that, something like that, something like that, and them. Boom. Okay. Okay, so we've run out of thatch first before anything else. So let's start with the ceiling, because that will be nice insurance for no cave-ins. And then if we put just a normal size thing here, that should hold this back end now. So let's destroy these. And these. And these. Okay, good. Good, we're fine. And then we can pull this all along. And with this, I think we can do the same thing. We just need to go like through its legs probably. And then we can destroy the ones on the outsides. Because these beams do hold blocks one above and one below them. So that gives you enough flexibility to just create roofs that you need to and that sort of thing. And that should all be being held up now, so in theory nothing can cave in because nothing is unsupported, right? I hope. I'm just gonna get it all over and done with. Yeah. Okay, cool, that's a big part of it all. I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, definitely not enough to fill the whole floor and then the walls as well. So we'll be out. What we'll do is I'll finish this off between episodes. I think that's the best thing. So, because this is just a bit of a resource collecting grind, really, to be honest, isn't it? Yeah. So look, that wraps it up for this episode. Hope you've thoroughly enjoyed it as ever. I've really enjoyed this one. We've got an awful lot done. So look, until next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you soon. Peace.